What an unbelievable Saturday FanFest 2024 was. A's fans showed up huge. Oakland sports fans showed up huge. A massive outpouring of love and support from the Oakland community. So many brewers, so many vendors, so many food options, so many options for family and friends. Man, I brought my kids there. My wife was there. My whole family was there. We hung out. We had the best time ever. I'm telling you, we arrived early, like 9:30 a.m. I went upstairs. I caught up with Trevor May. I caught up with Grant Balfour. I caught up with Coco Crisp. Checked in with Scott Braun of Foul Territory TV. And everybody was ready to go. FanFest. Calm before the storm time. There's Foul Territory TV. See all the vendors inside Block 15. There's the indoor stage. Stubber Beanie! Green room. Trevor May in here signing.
Okay, let's start taking this stuff out of here.
What do you guys need any help?
The Oakland 68's last dive bar just knocked it out of the park. So around 11 a.m., gates were opening. I went out front one more time, and it's funny because when you have an event like this, you don't know how many people are going to show up. So you kind of look around and you go, man, I really hope the Oakland community responds to something like this. It's going to be cool. Gates are open. People are starting to come in. What up? It's starting to fill up in London Square. About 11:15, 11:20, I went out on stage to greet the fans, and I was blown away, just completely mind blown by how many people were already in the crowd right as the event was getting started. Check out this video I took from the stage after we introduced the event for the first time.
Let's go Oakland! Let's go Oakland!
That was cool, but that was just the beginning. So I went inside, I led the Summer Cell emcee session, I did a session with the Oakland Roots president and Melissa Lockard of The Athletic, and the inside was packed too. So you have to understand, there was an outside, a street that went left, a street that went right, and then right up the middle, which is the crowd shot you see from the stage. Then inside there was a whole nother stage, a whole other area set up with more vendors. So this thing was like a giant plus sign. And what you see in the photos is really just the straight shot from the stage. But there's way more going on inside that event. You know, catching up with Balfour, catching up with Crisp, catching up with Trevor May. You could tell these guys came in and they didn't really know what to expect. You know, they were there, they were ready to have fun, they were signing autographs beforehand to auction off. But once the crowds came, it was so cool to see them actually jump into the crowd and just sign and sign and sign and meet people, meet people, meet people. I mean, Balfour was having so much fun. At one point, he actually just left and just went wandering around the entire festival because he just wanted to see it all. He wanted to experience it all. And I could tell he just had the best time ever being back in front of the fans. And man, he looks like he could still pitch. He's in incredible shape. I must have taken 1,000 selfies with people. If you took a selfie with me, post it, tag me. I want to see it because I was out there for you. That was the whole point of the event. People would walk up to me and thank me, and I'd say, no, thank you for coming here. Because you came, this is possible. This showing of support is only possible because people actually showed up. And it sent a massive message. Scott Braun of Foul Territory TV, he was out there. We had this hilarious moment on stage. I'll show you that first, and then I'm going to show you his reaction to what he said about FanFest. But check this out. This was us on stage towards the end of the event. This was pretty funny.
The Baltimore Orioles. On the field now, that is a juggernaut. That's a powerhouse team that's going to have a lot of success. Their ownership group was getting in the way. Even last year, I don't know if you want to Google, some of the comments that he said publicly, John Angelos. Now he has sold the team. I don't know exactly everything about the new group, but I guarantee you they're going to be better, and so they're going to root for the game to thrive. It's that simple. You just want people that care.
Wait, did you say that if you're a bad owner, you can just sell the team?
It's crazy. Wait,
is that real? You can do that?
Wait, Casey, not only can you sell the team, no team is selling for less than $1 billion, right?
And you can walk away with $1 billion in profit? Wow.
So shortly after introing the event, I hopped on with Scott. He did a whole live show from out there. He had everybody on. Grant Balfour, Coco Crisp, Trevor May, myself, Mayor Shang Tao. He had Hal the hot dog vendor who was dressed as a rally possum on. He had fake Dave Cavill on. He had everybody on the show. He did his entire national show live from there. And he said it was the best edition of Foul Territory TV ever.
Best day in FT history for me personally was on Saturday. We flew out to Oakland A's FanFest. Estimated 15, some even said 20,000 people that were running through a few of the streets that were shut down, and it was an all-out party. The attention to detail, Todd Father, out there was as good as I've ever seen for an event.
And it doesn't stop there. As I was at FanFest doing everything I was doing, emceeing the event, I was getting texts from producers from ESPN, SportsCenter, asking me to send in all of my clips because they wanted to show it in the show. And then on Monday, Ken Rosenthal hopped on his show. Ken Rosenthal's about as big as it gets from a national baseball perspective. Not in stature necessarily, but in profile. Following. Sorry, Ken. He actually called A's fans the dudes of the week.
Dude and dork of the week. The dude of the week is an entity. It's a group. It is a legion of Oakland A's fans who turned out, created their own fan fest, and pulled the thing off. From what I understand, thousands of people were there. Foul Territory was there, Scott Braun and Mark Weiner, and it was something to behold.
And A's fans were indeed the dudes of the week. Dudettes, diverse crowd, everybody of the week. Checking this out, the crowds were massive. Again, there was no real estimate that I know of. I think the fire marshal said there was over 10,000 people there. It was hard to really keep track because, everybody throwing this event, they're not event planners. The Oakland 68s, Last Dive Bar, these are just A's fans, regular folks with real jobs and families at home that went out of their way to throw the most epic party ever for A's fans, for Oakland fans, for Oakland Root fans, for Oakland Soul fans, for Oakland Baller fans, for all the different fans of all the organizations. Shout out to the Stockton Ports for coming. Shout out to the Bay Area Panthers, to name a few. And the breweries. There were so many breweries. I know Drake's canceled. It made everybody mad, but I'm telling you right now, it was a blessing in disguise. Drake's pulling out led to a ton of headlines and 7 additional breweries signing on at the last minute. We thought, going into this event, before it started, as I looked around, there was more beer than anybody could possibly drink. Once again, I underestimated A's fans because they drank all of the beer. If Drake's hadn't have pulled out and 7 new breweries didn't jump in, making it 12 total breweries, there would have not been enough beer. It would have ran out halfway through the event. That's how many people were there. A's fans, I'm so proud of you. Showing up, drinking all the beer, making all the vendors and sponsors happy. I walked around and actually popped into several of the vendor tents just to see how they were doing, hang out for a little bit, ask them questions. Every single one said that they were selling merch like crazy. This was a boom for so many people. Like I said, my kids had the best time ever. They were rocking their Oakland Soul jerseys, their Stomper beanies. It was so cool to say hi, to see all of you. This was all for you, done by the Oakland 68's Last Dive Bar. I can't even begin to stress how awesome what they did was. Incredible. An incredible effort. And it showed that if you invest in A's fans, if you invest in the Oakland sports community, they will invest back in you. So, what's next? What do you do next if you're an Oakland sports fan still buzzing over this event like I am? First and foremost, the Oakland Roots play their first game of the season on March 9th. That's on a Saturday. If you thought FanFest was cool and you haven't been to a Roots game before, let me tell you, it's the same vibe. It's immaculate vibes. You have to check out the Oakland Roots. After that, March 28th, that is the A's official home opener. There are going to be massive efforts from these same fan groups to throw a big event in the parking lot. They want you to come, tailgate, stay outside, do not go in the Coliseum on opening day. No one's going to tell you how to be an A's fan. No one's going to tell you not to experience and enjoy Oakland baseball while you still can at the Coliseum. But on opening day, stay outside. Be with the people. It's going to be crazy. finally, and this is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait for this. These guys are working so hard. The Oakland Ballers, first game, Raimondi Park. These guys are moving at warp speed to create their new home. This game is going to be on June 4th. Everybody needs to show up and show up huge. Make it another party, just like FanFest. Because again, this is about Oakland sports. It's about propping up the teams that want to be here. Right now, the A's don't want to be here. They want to be in Las Vegas. They're trying to extend their lease. Great. Have fun with that. Whatever happens, happens. But when people show that they want to be here, when people show that they want to invest in Oakland sports, the people show up and they show up huge. Check out the Roots. Check out the Soul when their season starts. Opening day. Stay in the parking lot. Check out the Oakland Ballers. Check out all the other breweries that stepped up. Two of my absolute favorites like Fieldwork, Altamont Beer Works stepped in, Almanac stepped in. So many breweries, so many. I can't even name them all. 12, I can't remember. I can't count that high. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. Still buzzing over FanFest. Shout out Oakland Roots. Shout out everybody that showed up to this event. Rick Tittle, Melissa Lockhart on stage, just absolutely crushed it. All the players that showed up. And of course, the Oakland 68s and Last Dive Bar, who threw this event just for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.